Hello everyone, welcome to this space. My name is Nasalim Mariam. I'm always happy to share those things that I would love someone to also share with me. Today we are going to share about something that is very interesting. We are sharing about numbering our days. Numbering our days. When someone says number your days, what do you really understand? Number your days. Numbering our days, me, I understand it in this I understand it like this. When someone says number your days, I understand it in a way that I should really do things knowing that there will be an end to me, or knowing that I'm not going to live forever on earth, knowing that I have to exhaust and be effective with whatever I do with the days that I have on earth, or with the days that I have here. The Bible says in a certain book that teach me to number my days that I may have a heart of wisdom. Sometimes we do certain things and we do not reflect on the fact that we are not going to live forever. You understand? We do things recklessly, knowing that tomorrow it is rest assured that we are going to have tomorrow. It is obvious that tomorrow is for us. You understand? So today I want to share about something that says number your days. Just like I have told you the scripture that says that teach me to number my days that I may have a heart of wisdom. Let me give you an example of what that word has, or how that word has helped me. Right after I had finished school, I got a job. So when I got a job, I started getting some money. When I started getting some money, my job is near home, so I can either trek or get some small transport to take me to work, but it's even a walkable distance. So when I got this job and I was receiving or getting some nice stipend, I'm like, okay, now I have grown and I have to leave home. Remember, it's not that I am a man, and I'm not saying that a lady shouldn't do great like how a man is doing, no. But remember, I'm a woman, and and my workplace is near home. So when I had said getting that small stipend, I was like, you know what, Mariam, you should rent, you should go out and rent. You understand? You're getting money, you have grown, you have to start a life of your own. Me, I was thinking about starting a life of my own. I was thinking about it in this perspective that, okay, now I have started working, I should get a place of my own whereby I start a life. Maybe I buy certain things in my house. I buy those nice things that anyone would wish for, that anyone would wish to have in their house with like a small money I was getting. Remember, I have told you that I stay near what? My workplace is near home. You understand? But still, I have started renting with like a small money that I'm getting, just because I feel like I should really start my life. I should really start staying alone. I should start buying those things. I felt like I should own things of my own in my house. And mark me, the money that I was getting, if I was to rent and to buy the household stuff, it wasn't going to make anything serious for me. That money was only for buying those things. Let me buy a fridge, let me buy a TV, let me buy a bed, let me buy sitters, let me buy something nice in my house, let me buy a dining. But yet I would have gotten that money and I would have saved it and done something better. Maybe buy land somewhere, or maybe do something with it. But since I did not have wisdom within me, I was like, okay, let me rent. And remember, my home is near what? Our home is near the workplace. I was like, let me rent. That wasn't wisdom, you understand? So I just woke up one day and I sat down and I'm like, really, am I numbering my days? Am I really going to live forever? I should really speak to myself and understand the fact that since our home is near work, I should shift back and go back home. Maybe the money that I am earning, I can do something nice with it. This happened, like I used to, this is 2024. The last year was 2023. It was 2022 that I was renting. But let me tell you something, 2023, when I left when I stopped renting and went back home, there is something nice that I did for myself. I may not disclose, but it was really nice, and I wouldn't have done it if I was renting. Meaning, I numbered my days. If I had remained in the rentals, I wouldn't gone an extra mile to do something better for myself and for my family. I was even bringing it that sense of selfishness. I mean, why would you do such a thing? Why would you rent when your workplace is near home? You have to spend time with your family. At the end of the day, you will girl, you will get married and you will leave home. You won't be spending time with your parents, with your relatives. Just enjoy that time that you have with your family. Number your days. So I had to put wisdom into it. I had to number my days. So the other year that I was renting, I cannot count anything beautiful that came out of it. But this year that I have spent at home, I realized that, yeah, the time that I had, the days that I had, I numbered them and I did something good out of them. So today I want to tell you that you should number your days that you may have a heart of wisdom. Let me give you an example, or let me give you something that will help you reflect on your life. Maybe you have children, you have a family, you're married, you have a wife, and the children. How have you really sat down to number your days, knowing that you're not going to live forever on earth? And if you're to live on earth, the time that you're spending, do you give much of your time to your job and you don't give time to your family? You understand? Yes, you're having a family, you understand. How have you numbered your days such that you may put wisdom into whatever you're doing? You have a family, but you don't give your children time. Let me tell you something. Maybe you're a man or you're a woman. Let me tell you something. There is that point in time whereby you're going to grow old and you're going to need those children. So if you did not number your days and know that, okay, now let me see, this is how I'm treating my family. And at old age, I will really need them. At old age, that is when you need people who will care for you. But right now, because you have not numbered your days, you are being reckless with your wife, you are being reckless with your children. Do you know that tomorrow it is going to affect you at old age? And it might not be at old age. Do you really know what the future has for you? Do you really know what tomorrow has for you? Have you really numbered your days? You understand? Have you really numbered your days to the extent that you can do better with your family, with your children? Some of us became sponsors to our children. As long as you give them fees, that is all. You understand? You don't give them time. You don't sit down to speak with them. You don't interact with them. But tomorrow you will want them to be your friends. You understand? Tomorrow they're not going to be your friends because right now you did not cultivate a relationship with them when it was possible to be cultivated. So have you numbered your days and done the things that you're supposed to do? And also to give another reflection of maybe relationships. There are some relationships that we are in, and if we really are to sit down and think about them, we know that we are wasting our time. You understand? You also see the red flags, you see the things that they do. You understand? Maybe they are fraudsters, maybe they are toxic, but you still sit there and you're like, okay, now maybe tomorrow, maybe next week I will leave it, maybe next year, maybe you start creating those funny excuses, but you forget that time is not on your side. If you're a lady, the clock is always going like this. It has never gone back like this. It always goes like this. It doesn't go anti-clockwise. It always goes clockwise. You understand? You know there is that time factor. So you're seated there and you're seeing that the relationship is toxic, but you're just seated there. Have you really numbered your days? You know that time is not on your side, you understand? So you have to do better. You have to number your days that you may have a heart of wisdom. Maybe you are working, but you are not elevating to a different what? To a different level. You know within yourself that the work that you do right now, you won't be able to do it tomorrow, but you're not sowing seeds to help you do what? To help you do better tomorrow. Maybe you get some money, but all the money that you get, you just eat, you do not save. Well, knowing that, let me give you an example of someone who is working at buildings, construction. People who work at construction, they construct buildings. Those people, ababa porter, ababa weereza ebintu ku bizimbe. Do you really think that you're going to do that kind of thing forever? Have you numbered your days to the extent that you know that at a certain point in time you won't be able to do that kind of work? Ogenda kutuuka ekiseera obeere nga tokyalina maanyi. You won't have that strength to do whatever you're doing right now. So you have to number your days, knowing that tomorrow you won't have the strength to do that work. You have to save such that you can do something better that you'll be able to do. So you have to number your days as a person. You're not going to, and there is one thing that God hid from us. We do not know when we are living. We do not know when we are living. We do not know whether we will live today or tomorrow. But the little time, the little second that God has given you, have you really numbered it? Have you really been sharp towards doing the best that you ought to do within that second? Number your days that you may have a heart of wisdom. Let me also give something to you in a certain perspective. You are, maybe you're not of old age, but you have accumulated some wealth, you understand, but you do not think about the fact that I am supposed to make a will as a person. I have already told you that tomorrow is not guaranteed to us. Tomorrow, it's not obvious that tomorrow is going to happen to us. You understand? You have all those sorts of buildings, you have maybe land, you have property or so, you understand, but you have not sat down to say that let me make a will. I have children. What if tomorrow they start clashing just because I did not make a will? What if the things that I made are just scattered because I did not make a will? You understand? You just sit there and you're like, let me make my wealth or so. Tomorrow I will be there. Is tomorrow guaranteed? How many people have left this earth? How many people have left this world? How many people have passed on without making wills? And they have distributed things among, children have distributed things among themselves in a weird way, and some have sold off. But if you make a will and you're detailed, you know that whatever you're making today, while you are putting wisdom, they will handle it well. There are certain people that we have seen that they have left wealth with, and they have really handled it very, very, very bad. You understand? So you ought to number your days that you may have a heart of what? A heart of wisdom. We don't just live recklessly, because tomorrow is not what? Is not guaranteed. So today I wanted to tell you that thing, that you have to number your days that you may have a wisdom. Do your best in the time that you have. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Ciao.